guys, so we're in chapter 4 today, where Jesus is giving that familiar parable of the sower and the seeds. The sower goes out, he spreads seeds all over various soils, some hard, some fertile, some rocky, some with thorns and thistles, and the seed is received differently depending on the soil. In some cases, the seed does not get planted at all. In other cases, it falls on fertile soil that digs in and produces roots and fruit and that sort of thing. Other cases, we see the seed getting swallowed up with the thorns, and other cases where it may have appeared to initially take root, even producing some growth, but there's no roots there and no fruit. I think there's a couple of takeaways for today. One, we have to be reminded that we're sowers of the seed. In this story, Jesus is talking in parables. It was initially confusing to the people, but he gives an explanation more in private with the disciples a little later. And the seed represents the gospel. So we need to be encouraged, because we go out and we spread the gospel seed as much as we can, knowing that it's going to fall on different types of soils. We don't have control over the soils. We don't know what type of soils they are. We just go out and we are obedient. We spread the seed of the gospel to whoever we encounter. Unfortunately, though, some of those seeds will fall on people who reject it wholesalely. In other cases, they will hear the word and it gets swallowed up with the distractions of the world and gets covered up and removed. In other cases, you may find that people initially respond to the message, but it isn't received well. It's shallow, and they may even show some type of growth, but there's no roots there, and therefore there's no fruit. And of course, others that have that humble heart and receive the word in humility and repentance will develop those deep roots in the Lord and will produce the fruit consistent with righteousness and repentance. So the first takeaway, I think, is confidence, knowing that we're just the sowers. God is the harvester. He's the Lord of the harvest. We can only be obedient to share the good news. It's God who will produce the conviction and salvation. The other thing is just evaluation of ourselves. Let us not be that soil that is not producing fruit. Let us not be accused of those who do not have deep roots in the Lord and producing that fruit. Producing fruit in our life is important. We are to produce fruit of the Spirit that is grounded in that relationship with the Lord. So let that be an evaluation for us. During this time, God has given us an opportunity to perhaps remove some of those distractions and those things that may be obstacles in producing fruit and growing in our relationship with the Lord during this time of social distancing. So let's be productive. Let's use this time to grow into the Lord and cut those things out. And just like in verse 20, it says, and they hear the word and accept it, and they bear fruit, some 30, 60, 100 fold. Let that be true of us. God bless.